Hello YouTube, RJ. Today we're going to talk about SWR and why SWR is never a problem. I know you think it's clickbait, but just give me a few minutes and I'll make you a believer. Now in the last video I did, created a lot of comments, and a lot of those comments was people thought I was spot on and they liked the way I explained it, made it clear to them. But I had one commenter that said I was using SWR incorrectly. So if you watch that last video, it's great. If not, you might want to catch it. In it, I explained that the only way you can transmit energy from a source to a load efficiently is if the impedances are matched on it. The member that said I was using SWR incorrectly, I believe he thought I was stating it would be SWR in the source or the load. I'm not sure, because he made the point that it only happens in the transmission line, and that's absolutely true. That's why I drew it. The arrow is on the transmission line and wrote SWR above the transmission line. I want to make sure that we can talk about this on common footing. So I want to talk about a couple quick definitions, if you'll bear with me. Let's get a couple definitions of when I'm speaking about this topic, make it clear and you understand exactly what I mean. So let's look at a few definitions here, okay, for my use in my video here. Okay, a source is any device providing a signal through varying voltage. A load is any device which accepts the source's signal for its use. Okay, this gets back to the an antenna receives a signal and provides it to a receiver, which is a load, and the antenna is a source, because some people are having trouble with that. They thought you have a transceiver and the transceiver transmits, it's the source, and the antenna is the load. Absolutely true. But when you kick back to receive, you're not making a signal from your transceiver, you're getting it from the antenna. So the antenna is the source. Okay, so that's 2 points. Transmission line. The connection between a source and a load to include coax, open line, PCB trace, or any other conductor carrying the signal between the source and the load. It could be coax from your radio to your antenna. It could be twin lead. It could be copper pipe. It could be the PCB traces between two stages in a radio. Impedance. Impedance is the opposition to alternating current presented by the combined effect of resistance and reactance in a circuit. SWR. We'll make sure everybody's clear what I consider SWR to be. SWR is standing wave ratio, which is a measurement. It's a measurement of how well a signal is transmitted from a source to a load. It is essentially a measure of the impedance match between the source and the load. We'll come back to that in a second. What it measures, SWR, is the ratio of the maximum to minimum voltage, or current, can be, but typically we measure the voltage on a transmission line. So this is what SWR is. Little note, when you say you have a 3-to-1 SWR, what you are saying is that you have a ratio of voltages from the max to the minimum of 3-to-1, which indicates, go back to my thinking of my previous video where I was showing how changing the resistance on both the load and the source causes the voltage to go up on one side and the current to go down, and vice versa. What you're actually measuring is the ratio of the impedances. A 3-to-1 SWR is created by a 3-to-1 impedance mismatch. If you have a 150 ohm antenna into a 50 ohm radio, you have a 3-to-1. If you have matched 50 ohm transmission line with a 150 ohm antenna and a 50 ohm radio, you're going to see a 3-to-1 ratio of impedance mismatch, but you're going to have a 3-to-1 SWR. Why not just measure that? Well, it's kind of hard to run out there and measure the impedance of your antenna and come in and measure your radio. It's kind of hard to do that on the fly. It's so much easier to set an SWR meter in your coax, measure sine wave, and get the same information from a different source that's easy to measure on the fly. It's a simple way to think of it. That made SWR the easy way to measure whether you've got a matched impedance. Now that we've got that out of the way, we can talk about SWR and why it's never a problem. And I know this is going to be a little nuanced. Let me explain. In the last demo, I showed you that if you have a matched source and load, that the power will transmit very easily between the two. And you'll have the most power being transmitted between the two and the least losses that you can. When you do this, since you have to have a connection between the two, you've got some kind of transmission line. In that transmission line, if that's the case, they're matched, you're flowing the power effortlessly between the two, you will have SWR. People say, wait, no, RJ, you won't, because you're matched. No, you'll have SWR, you'll have 1-to-1 SWR, but you'll have SWR. And and you'll understand better in a moment why I say it this way. We call that an SWR one-to-one. So you have an SWR. Now I'm going to tell you why I hate to hear people say, I have an SWR problem. And I know this is a small point, but SWR is not their problem. SWR is never the problem. The problem is they have a mismatch impedance in their system, and that's their problem. The SWR is just simply a measurement of the mismatch. Now you see why I say you have SWR, because you're taking a measurement. And if the SWR is one-to-one, you have SWR one-to-one. The ratio between the highest and lowest voltage on the transmission line is equal. This is what we want. It means you've got matched impedance. Everything is good. One-to-one, no losses. You're good. But you still have SWR of one-to-one. It's a measurement. It's not a problem. It can't be a problem. It points to a problem. So while that may seem simple, that's the way it is. Now, I wanted to do a video today for you on the beginning of the VFO process, the first circuit I'm working on. So that's the mess I pushed over out of the way here. But I ran into needing a part. I'm having to wait on it. Couldn't get it done. Saw these comments, realized I really want to make this point very clear, so I did this video. Thanks for watching. I hope I made you think about SWR a little bit different, and I hope to see you in the next video.